Ferrari's failed shield test has forced Formula One's governing body, the FIA, to lock in original cockpit protection device, the Halo, for 2018. Sebastian Vettel tested the shield at Silverstone last week in the first free practice session. But the reflective device gave him distorted vision, and he pulled in after only an installation lap, feeling dizzy. That meant the Halo, which the FIA has rigorously researched and tested, was the only viable option, and was pushed through on the back of the strategy group agreeing last year to frontal cockpit protection. But Halo's introduction is controversial, not only as allegedly many of the F1 teams and most fans are against the system, but it also effectively changes the open cockpit, open wheels DNA of F1. And while some of the drivers support the change, others do not.
I think it's wrong for Formula One. I think it's against the DNA of Formula One. It creates some more issues, extraction from the car, visibility going in the car, working from mechanics. And I just don't think it's great.
Pirelli's tyre development for 2018 has rolled on, with Williams and Haas staying on at Silverstone after the British Grand Prix to test both wet and dry prototypes in a two-day test. The action at Silverstone was followed by another two-day wet tyre test at former French GP host Magny-Cours, where McLaren's Stoffel Vandoorne got a taste of 2018's full wet and intermediate tyres. Williams' Lance Stroll and Haas's Antonio Giovinazzi clocked up 328 laps across the 2 days, with the second wet for Inters. Vandoorne notched up 252 laps in total. No times were released. Eponymous team owner Gene Haas has confirmed his squad will run drivers Romain Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen again next year. Haas has already equaled its 2016 points total after 10 rounds, with both its drivers scoring, a stark contrast to last year, when its second driver Esteban Gutierrez failed to make the top 10 all season. And the American team is quietly confident about its prospects, especially with Haas now 7th in the standings and just 4 points away from Toro Rosso.
Just need to keep the development going, and if we start slow, it doesn't matter as long as we catch up and we're good at the end.
Haas has continued to impress in its second year, despite buying in experience from Dallara, Ferrari and other suppliers.
Formula One's a tricky business. It's like any other kind of business. You have to learn it, and the best way to learn it is to learn it from other people.
Red Bull Racing team principal Christian Horner has said Carlos Sainz is available to drive for other teams, but only for the right price. The Toro Rosso driver has 2 years left on his contract, but told press in Austria it's unlikely he'll remain with the team next year, with the Spaniard focused on a chance at Red Bull or a seat elsewhere. Horner slammed Sainz's plans, stating an option on his services had been taken up and that neither Max Verstappen nor Daniel Ricciardo would be moving at the brand's top team. But the Red Bull team boss has since conceded he'd be open to any offers on Sainz from other teams, but that he would not come cheaply. If somebody was prepared to make an offer, of course we would consider it, Horner said. But it would have to have a significant value attached to it, because we have invested in Carlos significantly. The lights are set to stay on in Singapore, with the original night racing event's deputy chairman Colin Sin saying a new deal is very close. This year's Formula One Singapore Grand Prix is the last on the current 5-year contract, though the popular event has been provisionally included on the 2018 calendar, with the sport keen to retain it. September's race will be the 10th edition held in Singapore since its debut in 2008, but organizers want to get a good deal on any extension. It's a work in progress, Sin said. It's a serious matter, so we're being very careful. Everything we do has to be together. TheInsideLine.com for everything Formula One.